All right, welcome back. It's a bad hair day for me today, but that doesn't matter. We're going to talk about dapagliflozin and anemia. Yes, anemia in patients with chronic kidney disease. Stay tuned to the end where I explain why this is totally practice changing. I'm Mike Freilich, a general internist, and let's get started. So as we break this study down, let's talk about the methods. So using the PCOAT framework, this was adults with chronic kidney disease. They had a GFR of 25 to 75 and also elevated urine albumin to creatinine ratio. They were randomized to dapagliflozin 10 milligrams once daily or placebo. The outcome was the absolute change in hematocrit. I'll also talk about the change in hemoglobin because that's certainly what I'm more familiar with clinically. And the timeline was 4 months. Importantly, this was a post hoc analysis of the DAPA-CKD trial. And now let's talk about some more aspects. Was it placebo-controlled? Yes. How is it funded by the pharmaceutical company? Outcome clinically relevant? I would argue yes. Was it blinded? Yep, this is a double-blinded trial. It was intention to treat, and there were a lot of centers. This is a large multi-center study. So overall, in terms of number of individuals randomized, just over 4,000. Loss to follow-up was rare. In terms of the patients who were randomized, average age of 62, 67% were men, baseline hemoglobin of 128, about 40% had anemia at baseline, and the average GFR, or glomerular filtration rate, was 43. So here's the primary finding, and what you can see is that patients randomized to dapagliflozin, regardless of whether or not they had anemia at baseline, had markedly elevated hematocrit as well as hemoglobin, okay? So we're talking like an 8-point rise in their hemoglobin, and I guess if you're in the US units, it's like 0.8 units. So really, really impressive here. In terms of important secondary outcomes, so overall, you saw like a 53% improvement for individuals who had anemia at baseline. Also, the incidence of new anemia was much lower in the SGLT2 group compared to the placebo group. Of course, there's limitations, so first off, and probably most importantly, this was a secondary post hoc analysis. And the outcome of interest was not adjudicated, so it was mainly based on investigator reporting. Regardless, in the secondary analysis of the DAPA-CKD trial, it's very clear that dapagliflozin, increases hematocrit, increases hemoglobin, and improves anemia among individuals who have anemia at baseline. And this was produced by Harry Lee, and for me, this is one of multiple now post hoc analyses which show that SGLT2s have this additional benefit, which is they raise people's hemoglobin. Very impressive stuff. Thanks, and have a great day.